perform pretty well in all temperature ranges, so they're ready to go right off the bat. But it is important to get the brakes warm, because the first thing you're going to do down in turn one, get the brakes on, try to outbrake people in passing situations. Now, gridded at the back here, you're always anxious to get as many places as you can at the start, but you got to temper that with some caution. The race is 28 laps long, and you'd hate to throw it all away by doing something dumb in the first 300 yards of the race, by trying to really do something dangerous and scary to try to pass a few folks. Now, we're not sure of the pace at the start we're going to run here. John Posey, who's on the pole, and John Thompson outside. John really starts races a number of different ways. You can start them both fast and slow. Now, from a strategy standpoint, you'd like to start them slow in a class of equal horsepower cars, because one of the few advantages you get when you're back here at the end is the advantage of the draft. With all of those cars ahead of you braking the air, with the same horsepower and less drag, your car will go faster, and it gives you a shot at passing the folks in front of you. Now, one of the strategies involved is to go slow, because the slower you arrive in turn one, the less the draft effect. There's a green. Let's try the inside here, see what we got. Nothing is what we got. There wasn't really enough road down there. Ooh, we got two cars hit in front of us. Definite car contact there. Okay, but luckily nobody got launched over anybody else's wheel, and that's a real concern in open wheel cars. Okay, we got a couple not on the way to turn one, but between turn one and turn three. See if we can get one more by the uphill. Well, again, the equal power is making a difference here. I'm going to try to do them under braking. A little more comfortable, faster in the uphill here, so we've got a better shot at going deeper on that corner. A lot of folks offline here. Was able to do a better job through West Bend. Okay, did kind of a late pass coming onto the straight, through the downhill. Okay, we're not too bad. 2, 4, 6, 7, we're 8th after starting 16th. That's not so bad. I'll take that. Whoops, somebody spinning, car 25. Let's try to go around the outside of him. Whoop, 28 spinning also. Okay, got both of those fellas. They managed to eliminate themselves. That was nice of them. No car contact though. Driver's okay. Okay, we have Scott Fetterman ahead of us in car 2. Scott's been doing better and better. Good race driver, pretty heads-up sort of guy. His biggest problem seems to be getting out of the pit lane. Poor Scott forgot how wide the car was a few weeks ago. He managed to clip a few cars in the pit lane, damaged 3 of them. The scourge of the pit lane. Okay, decent run on the downhill. Should be able to close on Scott coming down the straightaway and draft by him. Okay, we're a little faster. We pull out the draft advantage. Yeah, we should be able to outbrake him too. Okay, got him into turn 1. Now what we tried to do there is to use, again, the draft, the aerodynamic advantage of the hole in the air behind Scott's car. Let's go to Skip and have Skip talk a little bit more about both passing strategy and the effect of the draft.
Thank you, Carl. When it comes to passing, there's one major rule. It's the responsibility of the overtaking car to make a clean pass. As 2 cars approach the corner, the car attempting the pass has to be alongside before the other car is obligated to yield. A front wheel alongside the rear is not enough. Expect to chop. The passing driver has to assume that the car ahead is going to go for the apex. Watch this carefully because there's a little perspective problem. The white car really isn't up far enough, compounds the problem by locking up the brakes and sliding straight, and obviously causes the flip. At the same time, possibly the blue car should have seen that coming and gotten out of the way. One of the best passes to make is the drafting pass. Here we have an example at Watkins Glen with the Barber Saab car. The driver in the red car has timed it perfectly. He not only makes the pass, he loses no time. One of the worst things you can do in passing is to make a pass, but consequently lose a lot of time. Watch the black car here. He's made the pass. It's an ill-advised pass. He's momentarily in first place, but he's about to be passed by the red car, and possibly on the ensuing straight, he'll be passed by another car as a result of a slow exit. Having a big motor, of course, is wonderful. Here's an example of a 962 about to pass a Camel Light car, using the horsepower, no danger, no time lost. I want to go back to the subject of drafting. This footage is from before Carl's race, and we're about to see Carl try to make a drafting pass. He's pulled out too soon. He's not taken advantage of the air that is spilling off the blue car and almost the vacuum that's created behind it. He's going to have to fall back in behind the car. This time he'll do it right. He's got good exit speed. He's approaching the blue car. There's not much air in front of him. He's gaining on the blue car. He makes the last minute pop, and he will go by that blue car. There's nothing the blue car can do about it. Now let's go back to Carl's race and see what of these passing techniques he uses.
Again, we're doing these corners around the back reasonably well. I'm not going to try a pass here. I'm going to just be a little patient and try to get car 55 down the straightaway. That's the easiest pass there is. Rather than trying to make up ground around the back here, let's just do the downhill better. Approach him coming onto the straight. That's the easiest way to do it. Okay, we did it a little bit faster. We're letting the draft give us some speed advantage. We take that speed advantage and bring it on by. Okay, one more down. Okay, now we set our sights on car 12 here. Not a very good line through the left-hander there. It was wide of the apex by a bunch. It's certainly not going to help me catch car 12 any better. Okay, we're fourth now. The first two cars up front. 30 yards to the number 3 car. You can't get overly eager here. It's going to take a lap or two to get the car in front of me. There's no sense trying to make it all up right at the beginning. Up to fourth place, no tremendous hurry here. We're able to keep up with him. We actually gain on car 12 a little bit here, so it's just a matter of time. Again, the ideal place to do it is down the straightaway. There's no sweat steering around down the straight. But in order to do that, it means doing the downhill well, leaving enough room between me and the car in front, so that it doesn't block me at the apex of the downhill and determine my speed through the corner. Okay, he was a little wider westbound. But I've got just enough room here to do the downhill just the way I want to. Gain on him coming onto the straightaway. He did the downhill really good pass that time, so this isn't going to be the lap where I'm going to get some momentum and be able to get by. I'm just going to follow him into Big Bend, be conservative. Ooh, is he getting hung out? Let's maybe try him into the left. Got him into the left-hander that time. See, as he goes out wide to the right to take the proper line, he leaves the inside open. If I'm good at braking and turning, you just leave my braking later and do my decelerating down to the apex. I arrive at the apex going slower than I normally do, but the important part is the other driver doesn't have any options. He can't go around the outside of me. without slowing down a lot. And you certainly can't occupy the space at the apex with me. Simple draft by